one of the hardest things to accept is that you're gonna have to just get through it to get through it. At times, you're just gonna have to check the boxes just to check the boxes. Some things are gonna mean nothing. They're gonna mean absolutely nothing, yet you have to get it done. You have to complete the task. You're gonna have to say yes to this one responsibility. And not every single day is gonna be great. And when we kind of look from the big picture and we ask ourselves, how are we gonna get through this? How are we gonna do this? How are we gonna handle this, manage this, get over this thing? It's literally just by feeling your emotions and getting through it. At times, there are points when you have these highs and these lows. And literally, one day could be the highest and the next day could be the lowest. There is nothing you and I can do about it. Even when we do the right thing, we get the right amount of sleep, even when every single thing is perfect in our day on paper, that does not mean that we are gonna have a perfect day. It might mean that we are trying our best to have a perfect day, but that doesn't mean the cards are gonna fall in the right order. Because we could have so many things planned perfectly, but none of them get done in the way that we want. And not to say that our day was a failure, not to say that our day wasn't perfect, but our emotions come in ebbs, flows, highs and lows, whatever way you want to think about it. And sometimes when you just feel like you're having a bad day, you are just having a bad day. Even when, I don't know, there's so many times when someone can go work out, go read, go for a walk, eat like healthy, like just like eat things that fuel your body properly and still have a bad day. Like that's simply just how life is. And even when we fix up here, even when we fix in here, we are gonna feel how we're gonna feel. And if we feel like it's a bad day, then it's a bad day, and then tomorrow's a new day. You and I can't get stuck on yesterday. Because yes, emotions will linger. It's true. Sometimes. But also the truth is that you and I can have a new day. You and I don't have to be there and stay there. We can also change our day for the better. Even when our boss gives us a certain project that we're like, yo, why can't you do it? Or why can't you give me a bigger time rather than like in a few days? Why can't you blink? You just have to respect what they want and just get it done. You can't really question it. And even though that's not your responsibility, you just gotta do it, gotta get through it. You gotta do it. There's no other way to say it. And I think one thing when you are in the process of having to get every single thing done, that with the time that you have to prioritize yourself. You have to set boundaries with people, and trying to figure out what you're going to say yes and no to, trying to figure out what you are willing to do for other people is hard. Because if you're already a giving person, you already have to know that you can't give everything and anything when you don't have anything. And when you are getting through things, and when you are having bad days and feeling these highs and lows and all these emotions, you're not going to be at your A game. And you don't have to be at your A game every single day. You're not expected to. And I think one of the things is that you just show up the amount that you can that day. I think that we have a certain expectation of ourselves of trying to be someone who we aren't every single day. Like, not that we aren't that person, but we aren't that person 24/7. And I think we have to give ourselves a break and be realistic with ourselves and try to find things that we actually like to do and take it day by day and try to find small things. Like, I really don't know. I think really cute things like moths or butterflies or small little bugs or just like small cute things like that kind of are like a reminder just to like chill out. Remember remember that your life might feel like it's a burning ball of fire, but in reality, are you just looking at a campfire really, really close and feeling the heat right in the center of the flame? Because I think when we put all this pressure on ourselves to get A, B, C, D, and E done, that doesn't leave any room for recovery. It doesn't leave any room for fulfillment. It just leaves us feeling emptier and emptier. And I think sometimes when we have that feeling of not wanting to let down somebody, but also feeling we don't have anything left to give, is our sign that we have to say no. That we have to say, I'm sorry, I'm struggling and I feel overwhelmed, and move on. If they are your genuine friend, they will accept you where you are and tell you not to worry about it, and that they understand. Because friends who truly support other friends are flexible, and you shouldn't have to worry about upsetting them. You shouldn't have to worry about being 110% there for them. You show up when you can, and when you can't even show up for yourself, how are you going to show up for those other people? And I think setting that boundary is the most important thing that you can do for yourself. And it's a struggle. When you are a people pleaser, when you want to be everything to everybody, that means you're left for nothing for yourself. And when you already have a heavy plate, when you already are on your last straw, you feel like you're waiting for that little straw on the camel's back just to break. And it's like, what am I doing? Who am I doing this for? Because if you're not doing it for yourself, then who are you doing it for? And if you're doing it for someone else's reassurance, confidence, admiration, acclamation, no. It's like when someone like accolades, accolades. Are you looking for that? Because when you are depleted, when you lay your head at the end of the day, do you feel like that was even worth it? And if the answer is yes, was it really? Was it really worth all that effort just to say you did that for that person and then you're left with nothing? Part of me is like, honey, if you think that answer is yes, recheck yourself. Because it's no. It's literally no. It's not worth everything and anything that you have within yourself to give it to somebody else when you don't even have that for yourself. You can't. You cannot tell me that you feel good when you are left empty or doing something for somebody else. You cannot front. That is not, no. And I think also that's kind of going into the hustle culture. Literally a comment from somebody, they were like, yeah, I wake up 3:30 in the morning and I run. And it's like 6 o'clock. And me and a few other people were like, oh my gosh, like, are you okay? And they were like, yeah, I usually go to bed about 8. But that's like just the showing them the example of like doing things for other people's attention, and like, is that really worth it? Like, does that make you feel better? And yeah, you might be able to do certain things or do certain things for people, but I think also you have to realize, are you missing something inside that you aren't giving yourself to have that reaffirmation of that belonging or that purpose in which you're doing your reason for? I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. And that's kind of how life is. That's kind of how my life is right now. It's just trying to figure it out and not try to be everything to everybody right now. Because I want to show up to my friends. Show up for my friends. And be there for those people and really take care of them. But it's like, if I can't even take care of myself, then how am I going to give that to other people? And when I feel drained, I can't do it. I just can't do it. I can't do it. And I can't do it. And I think there is a good thing of saying no, and that you should realize your limits and reprioritize what you need and what you want, and trying to get things done and really trying to figure that out. Because I feel like so many things are going so fast right now, and I'm not really enjoying the day, and I'm just trying to get one thing done to the next thing. And I hope that you can learn something from that, from how I'm living right now, and that lifestyle is not fulfilling. That lifestyle is just trying to get through the day, and sometimes my days are just like that. Like yesterday was like a pretty decent day. I did a vlog and I just have to have time to edit it. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm trying to get there. I was like doing it before this video, then I'm like, I gotta like get ready for bed, do this, do that. Besides the point, I think that like trying to figure out what you value and what you want out of your day is the most important thing. And I think reprioritizing is what I need to do. And not to say that my life is perfectly balanced, and it might seem like that, and I might like talk like that, but I want to remind you that everything I say is something I'm trying to work on. Like, that is literally my inspiration of every single one of my videos, is like what I talk about, or what I'm talking about is like what I'm struggling with. And I hope you know that you're not alone in this, and that if you can relate to what I'm saying, you and I are going through it, and that I'm just a human, you are just a human, and we are just human beings. And this is only a small glimpse into each other's lives, and that you can't put pressure on yourself to do everything that you see every other person doing, because what I do is not maybe necessarily what you can do, and definitely what you do is nothing that I could probably do. And I hope you are proud of yourself for that. Not to the extent of like, oh, I can do this and I'm better, but to the extent of like that you have gifts and talents and abilities and beautiful things that you can give to other people, but you also have to give them to yourself. You also have to give time for yourself. You also have to be there for yourself like you would be there for a friend. And so I want to leave you with this. Be that friend that you need to yourself. Because how do you expect that to come from other people if you can't even give that to yourself? And you don't know how people should do that. Like, you know how like people are like, I want to be treated like X and Y, and I want to have the girl treatment, or the princess treatment. And then it's like, honey, give that to yourself. Go on solo dates, buy yourself flowers, go on solo trips, do things for yourself, just like that. But I wish you the best of luck, and that you know every single thing is going to work out the way it's supposed to. So as always, trust and good luck. Food for thought.